There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from the Superdome. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
To throw right away is Shuck. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
That's another Saints first down. First and 10.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
To throw is Shuck. Little short pass here to Hill. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 3. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
It's third down and 4.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Shuck now to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
It's a gain of 8.
Hadn't been a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Throwing, Shuck. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tyler Shuck, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Saints will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
The score, Saints 7.
That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
One of the classiest quarterbacks in the NFL and always in a difficult position because he has the skills to be a starter, but there's usually a youngster behind him that they're grooming and they want on the field. But when given an opportunity to be the guy, he's led teams to the playoffs and he's also gone to the Pro Bowl. A great combination of arm and legs, not to mention a brilliant mind.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now it's Taylor. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. That's the former Buckeye Pete Warner getting the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This is 2nd and 8. Off the fake, now Shuck's going to throw. And get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
To throw now, Shuck. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Shuck. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Hall to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Taylor. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Tries the left side and finds Olave. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And that is incomplete. Oh, my goodness. He was in his own zip code, but somehow could not look it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Now Shuck. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun, Shuck. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
So on 4th down, Kai Kroger on to punt for New Orleans. Punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Looking to put a drive together. They'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the draw, it's Hall. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. He'll try and do this himself. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Taylor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's one of the dangers of the a quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this complete to Mitchell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. Hall again. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Taylor. And he's taken down here by the Saints. That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Here's Austin McNamara now as he's on to punt for New York. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The New Orleans offense set to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Looking to put a drive together. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. We'll get that complete to Vele. Now he's loose at the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That's good.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He's going to try and take off with it. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
That's taken in left side by Vele. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Saints are set up now with a 1st and goal.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. Kamara. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Taylor. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Straight ahead is Hall. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Taylor will throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. A good pick up there, 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now it's Taylor. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That second down play nets a -4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So on comes a field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Folk's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the third drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now a toss. Kamara left side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Saints first down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now this time he'll look to throw. Little short pass here to Hill. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He finds his man Johnson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Again, it's Shuck. This one taken in by Olave. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
To throw is Shuck. Over the middle, he finds Vele. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They go play action here with Shuck. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of a yard.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. To return it, Isaiah Davis. Oh, nice move. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll send Mitchell in motion right. Second half starts with a run by Hall. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 29, here's second down and 7. Here's Taylor. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. He'll look to throw. Looking deep here from Mechie. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
From the 35, here's a second down and 9. Again, it's Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 59 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
First and 10 at the
Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Open man is Tipton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jamie Sherwood there to make the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He completes it to Olave. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Makes the score Saints 24.
That time a 6-play drive. And it's polished off through the air with a touchdown to Alvin Kamara. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's DeMario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Finds his man. It's John Mechie.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now Taylor. Running the slant, and he finds Mitchell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On the counter, it's Hall.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Taylor. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Taylor. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Taylor to throw. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Mason Taylor, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jets get a bit closer. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Nick Folk for the point after. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Saints offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
To throw now, Shuck. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Operating from the gun, here's Shuck.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
In motion goes the tight end.
Throwing, Shuck.
Little short pass here to Hill. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Shuck.
And this is going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time?
They were really good on the last drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Taylor. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, New York.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They go play action with Taylor. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 17-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
To throw is Taylor. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Now Taylor. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Johnson from 10 yards out. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
On for the extra point is Folk. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Saints.
So this drive spans 7 plays.
17.
And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
He's going to keep this again. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
1st and 10 at the
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Oh, that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Looking to put a drive together. Now Hall to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
The Saints on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets will take over. Looking to put a drive together. Taylor will throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Taylor. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll give to Hall. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the gun, it's Taylor. In trouble, and he's taken down. Brian Brzee able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Now back to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here's the Jets punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return is Williams. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Taylor.
This pass out wide to Hall.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Taylor. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try and escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he is going to have a Jets first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now he's going to step up and run.
17 more yards. That's another Jets first down. 1st and goal.
So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although...
Touchdown, Jets! Adonai Mitchell from 4 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Now Folk for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
24-24.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
A gain of 2.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Off the fake, now Shuck's going to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So a player's shaken up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Shuck now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that.
This is 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. They'll go again with Hall.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
They're probably about one big play from getting into field goal range. I'd go with a 2-deep coverage, make sure my safeties are back to cover all of the field deep.
At the 39-yard line.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Taylor. That's caught by Johnson.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Jets first down.
Here's 1st and 10. Hall on to give up the middle.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, you had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Connecting with Hill.
Shuck's pass complete to Taysom Hill. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So the Jets won the toss. They'll get the first shot at finding a winner as we are back underway here in overtime. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And now out come the Jets. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
First throw in overtime now for Taylor. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Play action, it's Taylor.
This ball caught by Mechie. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
Again, it's Taylor. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Pass caught on the out route by Mechie.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Taylor. Going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So here's Nick Folk in an important spot. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Folk's kick is good.
And with it, they have taken the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
So only a field goal on that opening drive of overtime. Will that hold up? We'll find out as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously a touchdown would win it. Looking to put a drive together.
And he'll start with a give to Kamara. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Nice little juke. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Back to Kamara for another catch. And he is going to have a Saints first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To throw is Shuck. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free, no first down.
And here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That, the definition of a do-or-die play, but they keep this overtime session going with a first down. Kamara up the middle. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Throwing, Shuck. And this nearly intercepted. Oh, it's a victory if he could have held on to the football, but it does lead to a 4th down. They sort of got a new lease on life there. If he picks that off, this ball game's over.
I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. My defensive backs coach at Tennessee, A lost opportunity is never regained. Used to drive him crazy when I dropped those potential interceptions, as that one was there.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.